This anime will test your levels of perviness, and boy I know it exceeds above level 1000. Man, just go and touch some grass, but before going, make sure to subscribe and help this man making content from his mom's basement. Our today's holy show is Prison School, which is not actually plus, but it pushes the limits to its extreme. You know the term ecchi if you are a man of culture. The anime opens with 1,000 girls attending Hachinitsu Academy, 5 best friends, Kiyoshi Fujino, Takedo Bakuto Morikuzu, Shingo Wakamoto, Joji Jo Nezu, and Rigi Andre Ando are the only boys in the school. Kiyoshi meets Chio Kurihara, an avid sumo fan, and becomes the first of the 5 to have talked to a girl. They decide to go to a sumo tournament. Later, Kiyoshi's friends formulate a plan to record video of the girls' baths. When Kiyoshi drops his phone inside the bathroom, he sneaks in to retrieve it. Chio discovers him, but mistakes him for her friend Mayumi. However, the Underground Student Council, USC, catches Kiyoshi's friends, and ultimately Kiyoshi is also caught by their president Mary Kurihara. As punishment, the 5 are sentenced to 1 month in the school's prison, where Kiyoshi becomes awestruck at the guys' masochistic outlooks after the constant abuse by the vice president Mako Shiraki. Alright, I'll move it down. Shortly after, Mako enlists the help of Hana Midorikawa, the USC's secretary, to oversee the boys. After Kiyoshi tends to a baby crow, he meets Chio and promises he will meet her at the sumo match. As Hana attempts to urinate beneath him, however, a crow knocks him off the tree branch, and he witnesses Hana urinating, much to her embarrassment. Dan, classic Japan. Mako and the others rush to the scene of a crying Hana, and the boys are ordered back to the prison. As Mary and her father, the school's chairman, have a discussion about the prisoners, Mary tells the boys that they have up to 3 hours of free time on the weekends, including furloughs, inspiring Kiyoshi and the others to become model prisoners. As Mary drops off the new USC guidebook at the chairman's office, she stumbles on a holy videos on his computer, deciding to punish the boys by removing their free time. After Kiyoshi formulates a plan to break out by breaking a hole behind a refuse shed, Bakuto starts exhibiting strange behavior. As Hana requests that Kiyoshi pees in front of her in return for watching her pee, he is saved by Gakuto, who catches on to Kiyoshi's breakout plan and offers him assistance in return for 3 Kingdoms figurines Guan Yu and red hair, available only once every 4 years. The next day, Gakuto and Kiyoshi fake a fight to have Hana kick the shed down and cover up the hole. Nevertheless, Gakuto grants permission for Kiyoshi to use the bathroom. Cornered by Hana a second time, Kiyoshi accidentally pees on her. So hold up, what's the obsession with the pee in this anime? Since the urination incident, Hana left from being an overseer, leaving Mako to check up on the boys. As the escape hole grows bigger, Gakuto asks that Kiyoshi does a test run of the escape route. On his way back, he witnesses the chairman burying nude pictures. Shingo starts feeling left out by Kiyoshi and Gakuto, seeing them talk frequently. In preparation for a track meet, Kiyoshi, Gakuto, and Shingo are placed on belongings watch duty, but Shingo transfers with Ander and Joe to miscellaneous jobs after witnessing Kiyoshi and Gakuto taking a shower together, thus putting Shingo out of the way. Kiyoshi notices a drainage pipe that leads from the bathroom to near the escape hole. A test run results in Mako stepping on Kiyoshi's butt and causing it to bleed, which Shingo mistakenly claims is a case of hemorrhoids. Later, during a class, Gakuto plans on using his audio player to play fake defecation noises when Kiyoshi is using the bathroom. However, when no audio clips pop up, he decides to make his own by defecating himself. Despite their efforts, they find out the hole had been patched up, not realizing the chairman did it while reburying his photos. When Kiyoshi devises another plan to sneak out by cross-dressing, Gakuto aids him once more as he intentionally strips down Mary's skirt. This homie deserves respect, man, a true friend. After Gakuto strips Mary's skirt down, he goes to the USC's office, where Mako shaves his hair as a reprimand for his actions. However, with his hair collected inside a bag, he reveals the real intention of shaving his head was to have Kiyoshi use it as a makeshift wig for sneaking out of prison. Before the breakout, Kiyoshi heads out to the school's laundry room to acquire a uniform, after Gakuto manages to distract the laundryman. On the day of the track meet, he places speakers with the poop audio inside the bathroom and sneaks out through the drainage pipe. After narrowly escaping Meiko and Mary, Kiyoshi's sumo date is cut short when Chiyo found Gakuto's hair and a uniform inside his bag. Once Kiyoshi realizes this, he leaves as well. Meanwhile, at school, as Meiko becomes fed up with his prolonged bathroom trip, she decides to confront Kiyoshi personally. With the poop speakers not working, Gakuto can only watch nervously as Meiko kicks down the bathroom stall door. When Meiko kicks down the stall, she finds Kiyoshi weeping on the toilet, much to Gakuto's relief and delight, as Kiyoshi managed to obtain his figurines. As they leave the bathroom, however, Mary appears and Meiko examines Kiyoshi's bag to find Gakuto's hair and Chiyo's uniform. When Mary's suspicions of a breakout are confirmed, Kiyoshi is thrown in solitary confinement. Kiyoshi claims he acted alone, while his friends are punished with a 1-month extension of their sentence and he is sentenced to expulsion. Although Meiko says they do not have the authorization to carry out that punishment, Mary entices Kiyoshi to write his withdrawal request form. However, Chiyo appears and signs a withdrawal form, claiming that if Mary were to expel Kiyoshi, that she would also expel herself as well. Then Kiyoshi refuses to sign the form and returns to the prison, where Shingo, Joe, and Anders start distancing themselves from him. Meanwhile, Meiko searches the prison for information to use against them to place 3 breakouts on the boys and expel them, which is put into Mary's plans for Danshi Tegaku Operation, translated as Boys Expulsion Operation, renamed Destroy Testicles Operation in the English dub, the DTO. Shingo becomes an informant to the USC in exchange for above-average prison food. After Ander knocks down Joe's ant farm by accident, which results in Joe getting aggressive towards him, Shingo relays this information to Meiko. During lunch break, Shingo lures Joe away from watching his ants, where one of Mary's crows appear to smashing his ants. As Joe realizes this, he attempts to kill Mary with a tree branch, when Kiyoshi pushes him aside before impaling himself in the butt. While Joe is thrown in solitary confinement, Kiyoshi goes to the nurse's office with Hana. Hana hands him a pail to urinate inside, but after refusing to, she decides to do it on him instead. However, Chiyo arrives inside, so Hana and Kiyoshi hide under the bed, where with their lower half exposed, Kiyoshi's stuff starts poking at her and Hana faints. Later, Joe is released, and Hana seems to have no recollection of the events that went on in the infirmary, although Kiyoshi has no idea of her not knowing. After work break, where Kiyoshi and Joe made amends, Kiyoshi talked about Shingo and Meiko's conversation. Meanwhile, in the corrections office, Meiko tells Shingo that she will allow him free time outside of school. Shingo hangs out at a local arcade and meets Anzu, another student from Hachimitsu. Returning to the prison, Shingo notices a tiny sword in the bathroom and gives it to Meiko. Unbeknownst to both them, however, Gakuto is searching inside the bathroom for it, as the sword is a part of the Guan Yu figurine. Later, Meiko discovers Gakuto's figurines in the bathroom. While Shingo has another outing at the arcade and meets Anzu again at the prison, Meiko reveals she is in possession of Gakuto's figurines and gives Gakuto a choice to confess to aiding Kiyoshi's escape and have everyone's sentences extended again, or to spare his figurines. Much to everyone's surprise, he throws them on the ground and breaks them. As Gakuto personally confesses to the breakout to his friends, Shingo becomes shocked at everyone's forgiveness. As punishment for Meiko for not telling Mary the origin of the sword, which was in her bowl of peanuts, Mary gives Meiko a uniform that is a size smaller. Exhausted from the strain, Chiyo takes Meiko to the Mary's office, where she discovers the existence of DTO. As Chiyo eavesdrops from behind the door, Mary announces the final phase of DTO by taking advantage of Anders' masochistic urges. If you guys want continuation to this masterpiece of a urinating anime, make sure to get us to at least 50 likes for part 2. Make sure to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 subs.